Arc Raiders upset a lot of activists in the games industry just a few weeks ago because of its use of AI, and now that award season is upon us and it's been nominated at a ton of shows, this must really have these journalists ticked off. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, Eurogamer was actually the reason why Arc Raiders' score had tanked on sites like Metacritic because of this AI controversy. They said it's so bad and so terrible and they stand against AI, yet the same outlet had praised Black Ops 7 and ignored its use of AI, which is just rich coming from these losers. But now Arc Raiders is cleaning up with 6 BAFTA award spots despite this AI controversy. Now, I don't really take a lot of these award shows too seriously. It's a bunch of people patting themselves on the back for their creation. And when you look at Jeff Keighley's The Game Awards and fan votes only count for 10% and industry insiders are 90%, yeah, you can't get me to support them. But I do think that it is, of course, always nice when your favorite game gets nominated or a game that you have really loved gets some recognition it deserves. But the cherry on top is when a game that the activists hate gets praised, and that's exactly what's happening here. Arc Raiders has proven its resilience in the face of mild adversity, securing a whopping 6 spots on the BAFTA Games Awards 2026 longlist, despite the AI-based controversy that surfaced to plague the game mere weeks ago. Embark Studios came under fire for using AI voice replication, which prompted some outlets to give the game shockingly low scoring reviews, which is hilarious that they don't even want to say which outlets it is because they all want to stay buddy-buddy with each other, or else they would call out Eurogamer and say, yeah, this was the problem outlet. These are the ones that were destroying it and tanking the scores, but that's nowhere to be found because you can't actually expect these people to have any sort of like moral code. But Arc Raiders has been praised by basically everybody that has played it. I know myself, I've put well over 100 hours into it, and I think that it's really fun. I think that it's really great. Do I think that it's a Game of the Year contender? Not necessarily. I do think that there are stronger games to release this year, like Clair Obscure Expedition 33 and Hollow Knight Silksong, but it is still really good, and it does deserve quite a lot of attention, and there are millions and millions of other people out there who are praising it for its lower $40 price tag, the fact that there's no pay to win in it, the fact that they've updated it so quickly, they've given us a big roadmap. It really seems like this team is dedicated to making this the best version of their vision possible, though the access media oftentimes trashes indie and AA games because they are not getting access. They are trashing the AAA competition because without getting access, they're not the media. So if the AAA companies all disappear tomorrow and the AAs were bumped up to AAAs, the indies were bumped up to AAs, and then there was a new wave of indies, that would not be good for the outlets like Kotaku, Polygon, The Gamer, Eurogamer, because they would effectively lose the tiny shred of relevancy they still have within this industry. They wouldn't be getting codes early, they wouldn't be paid off to give a positive review, and most people don't take the access media seriously anymore, but it is still good to call them out whenever possible. There are some normies out there still who go to their site and read their slop, but either way, Arc Raiders is now getting a lot of recognition, and this is, I'm certain, going to tick some people off. So Arc Raiders has managed to achieve what no other extraction shooter has, potentially securing multiple awards at the 2026 BAFTA Game Awards. The full long list was published minutes ago, and it definitely paints a positive picture for them. So it says that they are up for 6 spots on the long list. Again, these aren't nominations and are subject to change, but when a game is clearly being thought about to be nominated in so many different categories, yeah, it's basically lock and key. Audio achievement, best game, multiplayer, music, new IP, technical achievement. They're some of the most popular categories at the decades-old award ceremony, which is set to take place in London in April 2026. They put Arc Raiders against some of this year's most decorated and best-selling games, which is right where this electrifying extraction adventure deserves to be. And there were claims that the Game Awards had snubbed Arc Raiders recently from some of these categories because of the AI controversy, which, yeah, it would not shock me at all whatsoever if the AI controversy is a big reason why the media decided to snub Arc Raiders and why they didn't want to nominate it at shows like the Game Awards. And that does suck because it is a very fun game. A lot of people do really like it, and it does deserve a lot of recognition, but it doesn't push the messaging that they like. It doesn't do anything to further causes of activism that these journos typically enjoy seeing in titles. And most importantly, it's not made by a AAA company that is giving them access, and they hate that. So it's a perfect recipe for them to trash it. Now, taking a look over on Steam, the all-time peak 24 days ago was 481,000 people in game, and right now, during the week, is 251,776. That's a lot of people who are playing this, a lot of people that are enjoying it. It's number 5 in daily active users, number 3 in top sellers, number 2 in wish list activity. And it's got hundreds of thousands of followers, hundreds of thousands of reviews, but we will all remember what happened with Eurogamer. They previously had praised Call of Duty Black Ops 7. They didn't mention its use of AI at all whatsoever, and that was a big issue for them with Arc Raiders, and they trashed Arc Raiders for its use of AI, which just goes to show that these outlets have no sort of code that they follow. Yes, it technically is different reviewers, but they all represent the same outlet, so you would think that they would all sort of generally be aligned with what they look for in games and what they generally hate in games. And if everybody was against AI, okay, whether you agree or disagree, at least they would be consistent, but they're not. Eurogamer actually had tanked Arc Raiders' review score on OpenCritic. It was at one point at a 94 out of 100, one of the best reviewed multiplayer games ever, and it had fallen to 88 out of 100 in large part thanks to Eurogamer's 4 out of 10 score. And yes, the score has gone back up a little bit, and it's not like an 88 is abysmal, but when you see a outlet be so petty and so salty that these developers aren't pushing the narratives that they like and not doing everything that they want, yeah, it seems that they did this very intentionally. And I think that it's hilarious that really it's all being thrown back in their face because everybody's been talking about Arc Raiders, and Eurogamer must be furious over this. Arc Raiders gets a 2 out of 5 for AI voices, but Black Ops 7 gets a 3 out of 5 when it has AI emblems, AI prestige icons, AI calling cards, just a virtue signaling hit piece against Arc Raiders. Dog shit rag. Won't you guys mention that this game has lots of AI art? I thought you guys were against it. Please explain how you have Arc Raiders at a 2 out of 5 for their use of AI voices in-game, but give Black Ops 7 a 3 out of 5 when you yourselves have also acknowledged that they too are using AI. Please help it make sense to me. This game also has AI, and you rated it higher than Arc Raiders. Even AI conversation aside, Arc Raiders is a million times better than Black Ops 7. Black Ops 7 is a straight-up scam. It's done so poorly that Microsoft Gaming literally came out and said they're no longer doing back-to-back Call of Duty releases because they need to up the level of quality because they know that this game disappointed people. I mean, yikes, that's a really bad look for them. So why is Arc Raiders getting a big point reduction for using AI but not COD? Because Call of Duty is Microsoft and they need to shill for their overlords, and that is exactly what we are seeing happening here. So yeah, Arc Raiders is definitely a hot game right now and it is cleaning up with 6 BAFTA award spots despite all of this AI controversy, and it's just hilarious because you know that over the next couple of days and weeks there's going to be even more hit pieces about Arc Raiders done by these shill outlets, and you love to see them fuming. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this important and informative, make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.